Hello everyone and welcome to FPL Mate. Your best mate for fantasy Premier League content for the 2022-23 season. My name is Dan and I thought we'd stream a bit earlier today because I mean, what else are we going to do on a Saturday morning other than think about FPL? That's like just, this is kind of what we do. It should be deadline right now, but it's not. It's not. I don't know why. I've tried to look it up. Can anyone explain why there's no 12:30 kickoff today? Can anyone explain? Because I have no idea. It's 3 p.m. first kickoff. Crazy. But yeah, we're here, guys. We're going to talk about loads of different things today. I know a lot of you guys want to talk about Mitrovic, so I put him in the thumbnail. So that makes sense. And lots of other news in terms of injury news and all other kind of things and stuff like that. The Show Team Gang are here. What is up, Show Team Gang? I hope you're doing well. And also, members. I don't know if there's any members in the chat. We've got Count Sealaw in here. I've updated the members badges to hopefully make it a little bit clearer how long people have been members for, if that makes sense. So we've got the bronze. We've got the green one for new members, then bronze for 1 month, silver for 3 months, gold for 6 months, a rainbow one for 12 months. I think. Is that right? And then we've got a 24-month one as well. No, it's not. It's rainbow for 24 month. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure you guys can work it out. But there we go. No members badges. There we go. No new emojis though yet. We'll add some more soon. But hopefully it's a little bit easier in distinguishing who's been members for how long, basically. Right. Okay. Ramsey Unleashed is showing all the emojis. Loving it. Let's try and answer some of your questions because we've got so much time, I'm going to try and answer as much in the chat as I can, and hopefully we can get through a lot of chat messages today. So let's scroll up and start off with Raphael says Anderson in for Walker once you already have Guaita and Zaha, or keep Nico Williams this week. I'm not sure if I double up on the Crystal Palace defence, if I'm honest. I don't mind one of them. 2 of them seems a little bit excessive. I mean, you could do potentially. Like I said, Anderson is probably my favourite, cheap defender to go for at the moment. Like I said, in the stream earlier this week, was it on the Monday strategy stream? I think I said that. I still think that Anderson is still my favourite defender for that 4.5 million price range. So you could go for him. But the double up seems a little bit much. It depends if you have to play him. Do you have to play Nico Williams? If so, yeah. Harshall says best keeper for this game week. For this game week, alone, I don't know. If we're talking about in general, for going forward as well, then the top 2 goalkeepers for me are Nick Pope and Vicente Guaita of Crystal Palace. Those are my 2 top goalkeepers at the moment. I think most people will probably agree with that, to be honest. They seem like the top ones. Neo says, hey Dan, I've got Son in my team, but thinking about swapping in Trossard or Bowen for him. Thoughts? I think I would keep Son. I kind of like the look of Son in the counter-attacks versus Brighton. I think that could actually work pretty well because Brighton are playing pretty attacking football, and that may leave them open with Spurs, a team that likes to sit back a little bit, to maybe counter-attack on them. So I actually do quite like the your Kanes and your Sons for this game week. I think they actually could work pretty well. Cormac says, Dan, why would you sell Trippier instead of Pope if you're even making the transfer? I've considered both. I've spoke about both this week, of which one is the better to do. I don't really know. I think it's a bit of a coin toss, to be honest. My theory is that Trippier, I don't really expect to get many attacking returns. And Pope, I do expect to make saves. So it's a case of, can Pope make more saves than Trippier can get attacking returns, especially when you look at the fixtures. So guys, let's look at the fixtures for the old. In fact, let me refresh this page because I have actually rejiggled things. I've got Mitrovic on the bench at the moment, which I think I'm going to stick with. I'm reasonably sure. But if you look through Newcastle's fixtures, we can kind of see Brentford are a team that score a lot of goals. I mean, let's go on Fantasy Football Hub's Opta Stats tool and go on teams, extend the game week range for the whole season, and if we look at, go per appearance because I know there's been uneven games, then we'll go XG. you can see that Brentford sit, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th in terms of XG per match. They've got 1.76 expected goals per game. So they do create a lot of chances. They do take a lot of shots on. I know they've not scored in the last couple of game weeks. I mean, even if we go last couple of game weeks, so 7 and 8, yes, they sit a little bit lower, but they're still at 0.91 XG per game. So that suggests that perhaps they could have been a little bit unlucky not to have scored in the previous 2 game weeks. So even though they have blanked, they are still very much creating chances. So that's kind of my thoughts process, is that Brentford is not an easy fixture. If we look at the next fixture, it's Manchester United away. What we expected from them, I mean, probably going to score some goals. I mean, they're sitting around the same places as Brentford, but they're showing some new form, aren't they? So Manchester United, a team that can score goals. Everton, fair enough. Everton, I think a clean sheet is looking pretty much on there. They're not generating too many chances, and the chances they are generating, you know, they've not got the high quality finishes in their team to do anything about it. And then Tottenham away, no surprise to see them reasonably near the top. 1.91 expected goals per game, except they're beating their XG, and you can understand why, because they've got the likes of Kane, they've got the likes of Son, these players who will score from low XG chances, the very high tier finishers, I guess. So when I look at these fixtures, I think, how many clean sheets in this run? 1? I think you do well for 1. Paige, thank you very much for becoming a member of the channel, by the way, and amazing to see that the new badges in full flow. Good to see a few more show team gang here as well. But yeah, I'm looking at these fixtures, and I think that's 1 clean sheet over the next 4. Over the next, 6, then maybe we're looking at, Aston Villa and Southampton. These are opportunities for clean sheets for sure. If we take it all the way to the international break, 2 clean sheets, 3 clean sheets in this run, maybe. It's going to be a less than 50% clean sheet ratio, I think. Britain, thank you for the super chat. You say, thank you, Dan. Good luck, everyone. Will LFC find their form this season? You have to feel like eventually Liverpool will find their form. You have to. Like, surely they're not going to be this bad for this long. Their players are too good. Their players are really too good for them to continue like this. But look, it's only a matter of time before Liverpool start to go off. It really is. They're going to be like, they're going to be in the top 4 come the end of the season. When is that going to happen? When? I don't know. Paige says, what's up from Cape Town, following since the beginning of last season? Well, thank you for sticking with me for so long, Paige, and it's great to see you becoming a member of the channel. It really does help out. I really appreciate it. So yeah, there we go. That's my spiel on Newcastle and their chance of keeping clean sheets. Now, you can flip that the other way and say, if the teams that Newcastle are playing are generating a lot of chances, taking a lot of shots on, then that's going to naturally generate save points for a good goalkeeper like Nick Pope. So I think that's a pretty good thing. So maybe Nick Pope is going to get a decent amount of saves. That could be pretty nice. On the other hand, if you flip it to Trippier, and this is just going through my thought process, yes, there is the chance of attacking returns, which we only need 1 attacking return, and it's going to wipe out completely anything that Pope does in an individual game week anyway. But how many attacking returns are we expecting from Trippier this game, or this next period of games? Obviously, Trippier has got 1 assist from a penalty this season, and he's winning the penalty, and 1 goal from a free kick against Manchester City, I believe that was. Blackcurrant Squash Gang, by the way. What's good? The season's going well now, finally, so the Blackcurrant Squash is back. So yeah, we've got this situation where Trippier, same chances of clean sheets as Pope, which is kind of looking reasonably bleak. 2 in the next 6, maybe. But in terms of attacking returns, Brentford have kept back-to-back clean sheets. Manchester United are toughening up a little bit. I think that away game is not as easy as you might think. I mean, there is going to be opportunities for goals there. But would you bet on Trippier being involved in that? Not necessarily, especially when Sam Maximan is back, Wilson is back, Bruno Guimaraes is back. These are the players who are going to be the big creators. And, games like Manchester United may enforce Trippier to sit back a little bit more. Everton conceded the least amount of goals this season. Tottenham are always a difficult defence. Aston Villa are on back-to-back clean sheets. So you look at these for attacking returns for for a player who is not typically involved in attacking returns. Fair enough. If you've got like a Callum Wilson, I think Newcastle only need to score 1 goal per game, and the chances are that Callum Wilson is going to be involved in that. Whereas if Trippier is going to be involved, I mean, let's have a look. On average, how many goals is Trippier involved in the team? So we can have a look here and look at the... Oh, I think I've broken it by changing too many settings too fast. Let's refresh. All right, Trippier. We want to go Trippier. We want to look at... we just want to look at you. Show selected players. Oh, come on, work. Why are you not working for me today? Get rid of midfielders and forwards. Will this help? Fantasy Football Hub's been a bit buggy today. I hope it sorts itself out soon. All right, here we go. So we've got an XGI here of 10%. So what that stat means is that Trippier is expected to be involved in 10% of Newcastle goals. So if Newcastle score 10 goals, Trippier is going to have 1 goal or assist in that. If Newcastle score 20 goals, Trippier is going to be involved in 2 of those. If they score 5 goals in the next 5, or 5 goals in the next 4, then it kind of looks like there's kind of a 50-50 chance of Trippier getting anything. So that is kind of the metric I'm using to kind of come at you with the idea that maybe, just maybe, and it's very close, and I don't want to say one way is right and one way is wrong, because I don't believe one way is right, one way is wrong. If you have to sacrifice one of Pope or Trippier, I am leaning towards sacrificing Pope. And I know that's crazy, I know that's differential. It's definitely not the safe way to go. Definitely not the safe way to go. But to be fair, if you still have one off Pope or Trippier, you cover the clean sheet of the other player, right? Which is good. So yeah, overall, for me, I'm leaning towards selling Trippier for Joachim Andersen. I like it. I think it's fun. I think it's interesting. I know he's back. He's been training. Patrick Vieira's had good things to, say about him. I feel like that's the one. Luke V, by the way, put in a super chat, says Arsenal to win the league. I don't know, man. I don't know. I would love it if it happened, obviously, but if Arsenal get top 4 this season, I'll be absolutely buzzing. I'll be so happy with that result, to be honest. Man City are just too good, though. The Man City of Erling Haaland. We're really gonna doubt that. I don't think we can, really. I don't know what you guys think. Do you think Arsenal seriously have a chance of winning the league? Surely not. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Hopefully what I've kind of made sense. What I've said made sense. Of course, if you're trying to play safe, then keep Trippier and sell. Okay. For those of you just joining, by the way, the conversation we're talking about right now is who would you rather sell out of Pope or Trippier? If you're doubled up on the Newcastle defence and you no longer want to be doubled up on the Newcastle defence, which one would you sell? Pope or Trippier? Trippier is the sensible guy to keep. Pope is the sensible one to sell. But do you actually think maybe there's a chance that Pope outscores Trippier based on statistics, I guess? Statistics suggest that Pope will outscore Trippier. In fact, actually, let's have a look. This is an interesting one. Let's see what the points prediction tool is saying. Let's go Newcastle, and let's put a range of the next 4 game weeks. Who's expected more points, Pope or Trippier? It's Trippier. No, it's Pope, sorry. There you go. So the stats have worked out on the algorithm. So, guys, I know you guys have been thinking all about the you guys really you are keen on selling Pope, right? Fair enough. You guys watched, I'm guessing a few of you guys at least watched the AI video I uploaded last night, and I kind of explained in that video that the AI is getting it right over and over and over again. And the AI has predicted Pope over the next 4 game weeks, 14.8 points. Trippier over the next 4 game weeks, 13.8. So there's a 1 point difference. I know it's minuscule, but hey, I don't know. I'm gonna go out there and say maybe. Rooney's made a good point about bonus, but quickly a super chat from Easy says, "Hey Dan, are you, and if yes, how will you get Salah in?" I don't actually think I'm going to get Salah in. At this moment, I'm not going to get him in. If I do get him in, it will be around game week 13. I'll probably have to sacrifice Kane in order to do that. But I feel like the better way to do it is to just get Luis Diaz. I've got a few players I can sell for Luis Diaz. I've got Maddison or Bowen I can transfer to Luis Diaz. Pretty much straightforward swap. So I think I'm going to go that way, if I'm honest. Anyway. Let's go to... What was I going to look at? Let's go... Oh, yeah, bonus points. So let's go to Newcastle, because someone in the chat called Rooney made a very good point about bonus points. Trippier is doing better for BPS, but hang on, let's just maybe remove last game week. And the reason why I want to remove last game week is because Trippier came off before the clean sheet wipeout, which seems a little bit unfair to make that comparison, because that's kind of a bit of an anomaly. I'll do it per appearance as well. And BPS, you can see this. Can you guys see? I'm guessing you can. This row here, the BPS row. There we go, that one there. You can see BPS, Trippier 23.43 per game. No, Pope 23.43 per game, Trippier 23 per game, excluding last game week. Which, I mean, fair enough, you don't have to discount last game week. But, again, it shows that Pope does slightly better than Trippier on bonus points as well. And that is, look, this is a really, really close call, by the way. Like, I'm not trying to say that there is an obvious answer. I am nitpicking. I am going down into the real finer details here. And you know what, guys? I love it. This is what I love. I absolutely love about FPL is going into these tiny little details and try and figure out, you know, how to get that tiny edge. Because at the end of the day, so many people are all going with very similar teams. Like, there's so much FPL content. There's so many big content creators these days. So many people running the same team or similar teams. The only way to get ahead is to get the edge. And it's so tight at the top at the moment as well. There's not much points in it at all. So you've got to find the edge. And I'm trying to find the edge right now, guys. That's what I'm saying to you. A couple of super chats. We've got Ibra who says Mo to Raheem plus triple captain Haaland. All right, I'm never going to say anything other than triple captain Haaland on a double game week. I know you're probably sick of me saying it. Believe me, guys. If you think Haaland can score a hat trick in a single game week, imagine what he can do in a double game week. Imagine. You know, you can say, oh, I think Haaland's going to get 20 points this game week. Great. I think he can get 35 points in a double game week, 40 points in a double game week, you know? So it's a no-brainer. And yeah, I see what you're saying, Ibra. Double game week, triple captain seems very template. Well, it doesn't really matter if it's template or not. It's about how many points you get. And this is something that I think people don't always understand about going differential. Going differential is fine, but you're still trying to get the most amount of points. If the differential player or the differential tactic you genuinely don't even think is going to do as well, you don't really think there's much of a chance of it as doing as well as the template pick, then why would you do it? Because it's a game about getting points. And there's no doubt in my mind that Haaland can get way more points in a double game week, because it's not just about about the amount of goals he scores in a double game week. So, for example, you know, Haaland in a single game week, hat trick, 3 bonus points, 2 points for playing, amazing. If he gets, you know, even if he gets 4 goals in a double game week, which seems negligible, or no, you know what, even if he gets 3 goals in a double game week, so if he gets 3 goals in a single game week, brilliant. 3 goals, 3 bonus, 2 points for playing. If he gets 3 goals in a double game week and he scores 1 in one, 2 in the other, then he's still got 3 goals, but he's also got 4 points for playing. He's also potentially got 4, 5 bonus points in there as well. So same amount of goals, but you get more. You get more points from it. So everything, and I know people are really, like, seeing the way Haaland's been playing, they're going to have that impatience. They're going to say, all right, this player is mad. I need to triple captain him right now. I am still going to stay very firm on this one and say double game week. Save it for a double game week. And honestly, guys, I really feel like anyone using the triple captain chip now will really, really regret it later on. I really do urge you to be patient, because later on, if Haaland goes off in a double game week and everyone else is triple captain him, you are going to think to yourself, why didn't I wait? Why didn't I wait? So, there we go. On the Motor Raheem shout, I don't mind that. I think it's okay. I don't know. Those of you asking for news about Mitrovic, the news is that he's a serious doubt for this game week, but he's looking like he could be ready for next game week. So, I think he's a keep, but I don't think he starts. If I had to guess what happens with Mitrovic this game week is that he starts on the bench. Fulham will, concede a couple of goals. Jared Bowen will get those goals, or at least one of them. Golden assist for Jared Bowen. West Ham will be 2-0 up, or 2-1 up, or something like that. And Fulham will bring on Mitrovic for the end of the game. He'll get a 1-pointer because West Ham would have shut up shop by that point. And it will be a 1-pointer for Mitrovic. That's obviously just a massive prediction. But that's probably what I would guess would happen. I don't think Mitrovic is going to start this game week. But I think there's a good chance of him getting like a few minutes at the end if the game has gone badly, kind of as a last resort kind of thing. Jar says, who to play, Guaita / Ward and Martinelli / Gay here? I would always back the attacker, so go for Martinelli. In terms of Guaita versus Ward, I feel like Guaita is your friend. I just feel like, yes, Leicester have done well to keep their first clean sheet ever last game week, but I really would, that seems like to be the exception that proves the rule in many ways. I don't think that we're going to see too much in ways of Leicester clean sheets, to be honest. By the way, Jar, your profile picture there is a real throwback. Who is it who, I had one of those made for my old YouTube channel about probably like 6 or 7 years ago. He did the same profile pictures for like Morgs, I think, and some other people. I think he did some work with KSI, didn't he? For like the animated rap battles, maybe? Who was the artist who did those caricatures? Because that's a real throwback. Because I remember, I think he lived in like the Isle of Man or something. I remember sending him £20 over PayPal to do me. I'll maybe try and have to dig that out at some point. I'll keep an eye out for your message. Paul Roberts in the super chat here says, hi Dan, thanks for the consistently great content. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Do you think the other Arsenal players tell Martinelli that he looks like that FPL Mate guy? Paul, I would love it if that was true, but I very much doubt that anyone in the Arsenal dressing room has any clue who that FPL Mate guy is. Would be amazing though, wouldn't it? Can you imagine? Could you imagine? It's an interesting question, but thank you very much for the £5 super chat. I really do appreciate it. Jar says, only saying Ward because they've got Bournemouth this week. And yeah, if we're honest, let's go to the goal. We'll just go on key stats. If we go on goal stats for Bournemouth, they do sit bottom of the table, I believe. Yeah, right at the bottom of the table. 0.54 expected goals per game, which is super, super low. I actually feel like, though, that we may have seen a bit of good fortune from Ward. I feel like Nottingham Forest should have scored last game week against Ward. I think that was a fortunate clean sheet. They had some good chances. I thought they could have scored there. I don't know. Look, it's up to you. Obviously, the fixture is very good, and we often should look at fixtures in terms of our defensive players. But do you trust Leicester? After one game, one clean sheet, do you trust Leicester now? I don't know if I do, personally. But hey, that's kind of up to you. Rare award between the sticks. Again, similar situation, I think. Shazam. Do we trust Ward? Do we trust Ward now? After one clean sheet, do we trust him? Yes. No. I don't know. I don't personally, but I wouldn't blame you if you were starting to trust him, particularly in this fixture. Raya is genuinely a very good goalkeeper who makes a lot of saves. So even if he loses his clean sheets, you know he's probably going to get a couple of save points. But But Newcastle is not exactly the easiest fixture in the world, is it? All right, between Raya and Ward, Raya is the form pick. Ward is the fixture pick. So I guess decide: are you a form man or a fixture man, Shazam? If you're a form man, go for Raya. If you're a fixture man, go for Ward. That's what I would say. Sam, thank you very much for becoming a member of the channel and enjoy the new badges, the new member badges that we got. Husna is laughing at the idea of trusting Ward. Yeah, it's quite mad. I don't know. I don't know if I don't trust him yet, but I don't even have Ward, so maybe I'm not the person to answer that question. Of course, I'm going to want Ward to do badly if I don't have him in my FPL team, I guess. Should we do a bench list, by the way, guys? We got some time today. We've got how long? We've got till deadline? An hour and a half. We've got loads of time. Let's get a thingy list going. Right, what am I searching for? Bench list. So I'll bring up last game week's bench list and we'll just edit it, basically. Those of you guys who are new to the bench list, by the way, it is fantastic. It is an FPL Mate exclusive bit of content. You will not find it anywhere else in the world. Actually, I don't know. I'm sure some other people have started doing it by now, maybe. But in case they haven't, here is the bench list. It's a list of players, which I put all on this list. And they're basically players who are like on the edge. Should you bench them? Should you play them? And the higher they are on the list, then the more you should play them. The more you should prioritise playing them. So let's just stick Nico Williams on to start off with, because I know a lot of people have him on the bench. And obviously people have Tyrone Mings, I think. So we'll put him in there as well. Let's put in Mark Gahey as well. A couple of benchish players. Let's put Andreas in there as well. Actually, do we put Andreas actually lower? I think we do, because there's a chance Nico Williams keeps the clean sheet, I suppose. It would be crazy if it happened, but I guess it could. Justin, I think we put Justin. I mean, I feel like we could put Justin like here, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, guys, in the chat, let me know your suggestions of who you would like me to put on the bench list. Basically, we'll put as many players as we can on. Mr. President says need to get rid of Isak and Sofao. Who do I bring in? In terms of defenders, Joachim Andersen and Mark Gahey are two cheap defenders that I really like. So maybe go for one of them. In terms of Isak replacements, Callum Wilson, Dominic Solanke. Maybe Skamaka if you want a real differential. I don't actually mind Skamaka, to be honest. I'm warming to him. Having watched him midweek, I'm warming to Skamaka slowly. I mean, maybe it just took him a little bit of time to kind of blend in with the West Ham team, to be honest. But I'm warming to Skamaka. But yeah, forwards. I mean, we could possibly do a little look at forwards a bit later on in the stream, maybe. The best forwards to bring in. But yeah, the names that stick out to me immediately are Wilson, Solanke, and Skamaka. Probably Wilson, then Skamaka, then Solanke. To be honest. Anyway, loads of suggestions for players to put on the bench list. So let's move things around so I can see a little bit better. So I'm going to put Martinelli right at the top. I know a few of you guys suggested him. Someone says Emerson Palmieri. I mean, he's not even going to play. Who are Manchester United playing this week again? I forgot. Everton. Oh yeah, Dallow's not a bad shout. Not a horrible shout. You maybe put him in the similar region. You put Dallow like there, maybe. Sofao. I don't think Sofao is as high as some of these players, if I'm honest. Is he even going to be available? We're not sure. Well, I mean, is he even going to play? I don't know. People say Mark Gahey not training. I have heard this, but there was nothing in the press conference yesterday. If he's not training and he's very, very injured, then you may as well start him. And if he doesn't play, he doesn't play. Anderson goes top of the... If you have Anderson, I think he goes top of the defenders for me. I really like the look of him. Mitrovic, I feel like I would probably bench Mitrovic over, any like decent-ish players. I would play it ahead of Mitrovic. But if you've got like just like crap, Nico Williams, Andreas Emerson. When I say crap, I mean like the real like super cheap players that you always intended to put on your bench. Those are the only players I would bench. If you've got like players who are like just that, like the cheap players but are starting cheap players, like your Justin, Gahey, Mings, Dalot, Anderson, then I'd play them ahead of Mitrovic. But the like real cheap players, I wouldn't. Is Anderson fit? Yeah, he is. He's been training the last couple of days. He's looking good. So I'm really happy about that. Count Sealaw says, literally just considering buying Dalot. Hey, could go for him. It's a decent fixture. Jar, you found his name. Adzapaps. That's it. I'm guessing, Jar, you got yours done a similar time. Like 5 or 6 years ago, maybe? Honestly, I feel like it was more when I had mine done. I was pretty young. I'm going to dig that out at some point. There's some real random players in here. Saliba. Bench him. I think I would bench Saliba again. I think I'd put him like there. Will Mitrovic play? I don't think so. I don't think he will. In fact, hang on. If I go on my phone, I can add an emoji here. Right, I need to go to Google Docs on my phone somehow. Where is Google Docs? And then I'm going to add a little potentially injured emoji next to some players. How do I edit this page? Here we go. Can I add a little one of them? And then I can just copy and paste that. Cool. Now, we can add that to some other players who are potentially not going to play. Maybe. De Silva, De Silva goes in the bin, unfortunately. Do people still have De Silva? Pascal Gross? Ooh, I feel like I would kind of maybe think about playing Pascal Gross. It wouldn't be super high on my list, but I mean, maybe like here. I would consider playing him, I guess. Could you use a bench boost? No, you could not. Do not use your bench boost. Do not use your bench boost, young men and young ladies. Paqueta? Do many people have... I feel like if you have Paqueta, then you play Paqueta. We'll put him in just for the meme, I guess. I'll put him in like... Maybe here. Go back the attacker. We'll put Paqueta in there. Rashford. Rashford. Where would I put Rashford? I guess, again, Rashford is a back the attacker situation. I think I put him just behind Martinelli. I still prefer Martinelli to Rashford. I think on paper, Martinelli has the harder fixture, but I think in real life, on actual football grass, Martinelli actually has a better chance of getting some FPL points than Rashford. Controversial. I know. It really is. Trippier? If you have Trippier, you play him. Ahead of some of these guys. I don't know where I put Trippier, to be honest. You play him, though, don't you? If you have him. Why is Gahey so low? He's not that low. I mean, he's a 4.3 million defender. Like, that's not like, that bad. Like, you know, that's like... He's ahead of the likes of Gross, Justin. The only players that are ahead of him who are players that you should be starting anyway. Like these, like realistically, Martinelli, Rashford, these players have absolutely no place in the bench list. You should always be playing these guys. You should always be playing these guys, no matter what. Have I been maybe a bit harsh on Gahey, do you think? No, I don't think I have. The only players that are above Gahey are attackers, and I do prefer to back the attacker, especially when so many goals are being scored in the Premier League. The attackers take priority, they take precedent. And the only other players above him are Anderson, who's plays for the same team as him, but is better for bonus points and goal contributions. And Dalot, who has Everton and plays for Manchester United. Tyrone Mings, who is an absolute baller with a great fixture. So, there we go. Otto says, miss my Saturday morning intro tune. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, should we do it again? All right. For those of you guys just joining now. Wait, how do I do it? Right. I'll go on here and then I'll go back to this. Hello and welcome to FPL Mate, your best mate for fantasy Premier League content for the 2022-23 season. My name is Dan, and there is the second intro of the stream. Maybe we'll do one more at 12:30, so people think that I've only just started. We'll do some epic Lameme tricks. There's so many suggestions here. Right, right, Trippier and Perisic. So many people saying Perisic. You play Perisic, surely. Surely you play. If you have Perisic, you play him. Glad you guys like the intro. Let's see. Rodrigo. I guess Rodrigo is like here. I don't know if he's going to find his form again quite yet. I confused a few people with that intro, apparently. Thoughts on Skamaka? I kind of like him, low-key. Tony, I like him. I'm not going to put Tony. I'm not going to put players like Tony in the bench list, though. I don't think. Almiron. On form, I guess you play Almiron, like reasonably decent-ish fixture, but do I prefer some of these defenders? I am going to continue to the trend of putting attackers higher than defenders. Almiron is difficult. I prefer him to Paqueta. I prefer him to Dalot. I don't think I prefer him to Anderson. So we're going to put him here. Any player above like 6 or 7 million, just play him. Ross says, why isn't FPL Focal streaming? I have no idea. Do you want me to ask him for you? I don't know. Maybe he could be going an hour before deadline. So feel free to disappear in 20 minutes. Hopefully I can keep you entertained for a little bit of time before he starts though, you know? Someone asked about, where is it? I've lost it. Oh, Paige says, who do you bench, Martinelli, Trippier, Mings, or James? Well, according to the bench list, you don't... Oh, who do you bench for Martinelli? Oh, Trippier, Mings, or James. Who have I put lowest? I think I put Mings. I haven't even put Trippier on there. Oh, the thing is, I really don't know Trippier. I think if we're talking about clean sheets alone, then it's here. Newcastle defenders in general. So let's put like Fabian Schär, for example. I think we put him here. Oh. But Trippier, I think because of the premiumness of him, this one particular game week, I feel like I probably prefer him to... I probably would put him here. I think the only defenders on there I like more than Trippier for this game week are Perisic, Anderson, and Dalot, which is really difficult. Trippier's a difficult one. He's a really difficult one, which is why I'm selling him, because he's causing me issues. Paige is causing you issues as well. Gabriel, let's put him next to Saliba, I guess. Slightly below. Let's put Gabriel I don't know how to spell his surname. Hopefully that's roughly correct. Just so you know, it's the Arsenal one. That's how you spell his surname, right? Paqueta is a differential? I don't know, man. I don't know. The show team gang. A few of the show team gang are here as well. It's good to see you guys. How are you guys doing? More pay. If you guys want to go for more pay, then fair enough. Someone in the chat says 1.2 million ranked streamer. How dare you talk about FPL? Unless you're in the top 3 FPL players in the world, you are not allowed to even talk. Get FPL out of your filthy mouth. If any of you guys in the chat right now are under worse than 1 millionth in the world, shut your mouths. You do not even deserve to talk about it. Disgusting. Yeah, it's not been a great season so far, but we are raising in ranks, and I did finish 243rd in the world last year. Come on, let's just put that one out there. And the only rank that matters is the one at the end of the season. That's what I'm saying. Also, I think I'm almost gonna overtake Andy Let's Talk FPL as well, which is pretty sick. I love like just seeing how I'm doing against the other content creators, and I'm making serious ground on everyone. It's amazing. I'm going to hopefully catch up with a lot of them this week. Hopefully. And just solidify, I don't know. So to just try and regain a little bit of, a little bit of the reputation that I had last season. Oh well. Is billing an option? Probably not. Flex to 243rd in the world. It helped me make bank last season. Oh, fair play. I'm so glad it helps. I'm so glad I was able to help a little bit more last season. But look, you know, this is the style of FPL I play. It's aggressive. It's high risk, high reward. Sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't. At the moment, it's going pretty well. So we'll keep going with that and enjoy it, and hopefully get on a bit of a roll as well. It's all good fun. Those of you who still asked about Mitrovic, I will keep talking about Mitrovic kind of intermittently because I know a lot of people want to know about him. The situation with Mitrovic, hi Fayyad, by the way. The situation with Mitrovic is that right now he is a serious doubt for Gameweek 10. He's probably not going to play. But he's probably going to be back for the following game week for the Bournemouth game. So you probably do want to keep him. But at the same time, he's probably not going to start today. Is it today or tomorrow they play? Probably check that. When is the Fulham game? It's tomorrow. Yeah, probably not going to play today. Tomorrow. He's definitely not going to play today. He's probably not going to play tomorrow. But I think he could get some minutes off the bench, which I think is a bad thing. I think he's a 1 point away to happen, to be honest. Salem says, sell Martinelli and bring Trossard, downgrade Trippier to Justin. No and no. I wouldn't make either of those transfers, if I'm honest. People asking about Ollie Watkins. Nah, Aston Villa are just not scoring goals at the moment. Even in these favourable fixtures, I still am kind of doubtful. And even if you do get Watkins and you get something from him against Nottingham Forest, what about after that? What happens after that? I mean, if we're like on a 1 game week punt, then maybe Watkins is worth considering. But if not, if you're willing for a longer period of time, it's kind of a little bit more difficult, isn't it? FPL Focus at a wedding? Is it his wedding? Thanks for the invite, Oscar. No, I don't think it'll be his wedding. I probably would have heard about it by now. Oh, but yeah, hope he enjoys himself. I've not spoken to him much this week. Right. So far to Anderson or Gahey. Gahey if you value your money. Anderson if you value your points. There will be very little in it in ways of points. But, you know, we'll see. Those of you asking about Martial, like, should we have a look at some forwards? I've just seen Dazzle in the chat has also asked about Aubameyang. Let's have a look at some thoughts. Let's get the stats out, boys. The stats nerds are in town. We're ready to go with some statistics. Okay, guys. So, we want to go... Let's just refresh this page. Let's see what my database says. So, let's go with the previous 5 game weeks. 9, 8, 7, which didn't count. No, wait, was it 8 that didn't count? One of them didn't count. 6, 5, and 4. So if we go from 4 to 9, forwards only, and go by expected points over this period of time. We'll go per appearance because the games have been uneven. Do you reckon I could do a whole stream talking like that? In fact, that was my voice reveal. This is the voice I put on for YouTube. This is my actual voice. Right, okay. Now, looking at the statistics, we can see that Erling Haaland is the top of the pops. He's looking very good in this situation. However, Martial is coming in there at second with a very, very low amount of data there. He only has 1 game week worth of data, and that did include a penalty. So, I actually have to eliminate Martial based on the statistics. The data set is not large enough. You have been eliminated, Martial. Please leave the Big Brother house. Next up, Firmino, rotation risk, terrible. Next, Isak, injured, terrible. Next up, Harry Kane, plays for Spurs, terrible, but he is quite good at footy, so we're going to put him in. I'm going to give him a little tick mark. Gabriel Jesus, you're not going to buy him now, are you? Because he doesn't even play in Game Week 12. Pathetic. Next, Wilson, quality, top banana. Voice is unbearable. Really annoying, Dan. Well, how many viewers have I lost whilst doing that voice? It's my statistics voice. We need to do the statistics voice. Salem says I have 2 transfers. Should I replace Mitrovic for Wilson? Need another downgrade to afford him. I have Pope and Trippier. What do you suggest? I mean, I would just keep Mitrovic. Honestly, I would keep Mitrovic. Sounds like Lois Griffin. What the hell? It's not a nerd voice. Let's get that straight. Statistics voice. I have nothing against Peter. Hey, Peter. Peter, which forward should I pick, Peter? Alright, let's not get into this. Sultan says, do I start Mings or Mitrovic? I would start Mings. Matty Fly coming in with a huge 20 Australian dollars super chat. Thank you, Matty. I appreciate that, man. Hey, Dan, FPL Buzz here. Just made to super chat here my name from such a great man. All I ask for you to tell FPL good looking and Elise how much more talented at FPL they are. Cheers, Dan. Love ya. So I need to tell good looking and Elise. Am I saying that right, Elise? How much more talented you are, FPL Buzz. I think that's what we're saying. Matty Fly, FPL Buzz is so much more talented at FPL than FPL Good Looking and Elise, because they are beta FPL players and FPL Buzz is an alpha, nay, sigma FPL manager. There we go. So, hey, Peter. Which forward are we going for? All right, so, yeah, Haaland, Kane, Wilson look good. Welbeck, I actually genuinely don't mind at all. I think he's worth a shout. Tony, I still think is still good enough. Let's extend this a little bit more and have a look at some other forwards. Watkins can't finish. Do we consider more pay? If anyone is going to score for Everton, you feel like it's going to be more pay. Do we put his name into the hat? I don't know. Maybe not. I think that the other options are too good. Mitrovic is always like a good option, but he's not available this game week, so you're not going to buy him this game week. And the lower we go, the more we really are kind of scraping the barrel here. So Solanke, I know a lot of people like Solanke. Einar's been a member for 13 months. Wow. Nice one, Einar. Solanke, I know everyone wants. He's very cheap, 5.7 million, but he is a lot lower down on the kind of expected points and all the other kind of metrics. He's a lot lower than some of these other players. So you'd be wise to not put him in the same bracket as the others, or not to expect from him as much as the others. Skamaka's the only other one who I guess we consider. If we go on the last two games, the thing is, he's just not shown a consistent amount of form. He's one of those picks that is trying to get in there ahead of his points, which I think is fine. I think it's fine to try and do that. So maybe that's worth considering. Craig, 21 months. Craig, there's a new badge, by the way, for 24 months. And you will be one of the first to get it, I believe. If you keep your membership, that is. If I haven't scared you off with my Lois Griffin statistics voice. Basically. But yeah, all will be revealed. I can't wait to see who the first person to get the 24-month badge is. Let's see. But yeah, let's just show selected players. So I think these guys are really your options. I know you're probably going to want me to throw Martial in the hat as well, but I don't think I'm going to do that because the fixtures are just so bad for Man United. If we go, I don't even know what this page is. If we go Man United and look at their fixtures, it's not looking good. Everton away, least goals conceded of any team in the Premier League. Newcastle aren't exactly an easy defence. Tottenham aren't exactly an easy defence. Chelsea aren't exactly an easy defence. West Ham aren't exactly an easy defence. Aston Villa, again, they're 2 clean sheets on the bounce. So you look at these fixtures and you think, how many goals? Not that many. Surely. Not that many. It's like, yeah, you can get a couple. But is he going to get more than the likes of some of these other players? You know, similar price. Wilson, Welbeck, Tony, Skamaka. Who's going to score more? 2 months for Otto. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Martial is not. It's just like, again, like we're trying to find the edge, aren't we? In FPL. That's what we're always trying to look for, the edge. And Martial is differential, but is he an edge? I don't know. United tend to score goals. Well, of course they do, but not necessarily in the difficult fixtures. Like, they're not going to score as many goals. And it's also not just going to be Martial scoring goals. It's going to be Rashford scoring goals. You know, Ronaldo's apparently training very well. Maybe he comes back in at some point or takes some minutes. You know, you've got all of these other Manchester United players. Anthony's looking very good at the moment. Who knows who's going to score the goals? The goals are much more spread. Whereas you look at some of these other forwards, Skamaka, who's going to score for West Ham? It's basically Skamaka or Bowen, and that's it. If you look at Bournemouth, who's going to score goals? It's basically Solanke, that's it. Brentford, it's Tony, that's it. Welbeck, you know, maybe there's a couple more at Brighton, to be fair. You know, you've got likes of Trossard there. Wilson, again, it's going to be pretty much the only player scoring goals in his team. Or, you know, who will take the lion's share. I mean, you can see on the XGI, so expected goal involvements. You can see that Haaland is expected to score 57% of his team's goals. Kane, 53% of his team's goals. Wilson, 24%. Welbeck, 36%. Tony, 43%. Solanke, 44%. Skamaka, 17%. Whereas Martial is probably around the 17% or something like that, or 20%. 25% maybe. I think considering that Wilson is like... The data sample there from Wilson is very poor, by the way. I probably should have noticed that earlier, but I didn't. Yeah, that's a one-game data worth of data from Wilson there. But my point stands. In terms of expected goal... Oh, hang on. Let's try and do that again. Over the season... No. Yeah, basically, I don't think Martial is as good option as some of the other players on this list. I don't. But I mean, fair enough. If you want to take a punt, go for it. I'm not against going for a punt. I'm just not sure that he actually gives the edge that he needs. Einar says, just got Rodrigo in for Bailey. Only 6.3% owned. So now I need him to haul since so many are going for Gay here. It might go wrong, but it's never as wrong as Bailey. Possibly, man. Yeah. Bailey is a bit of a troll, isn't he? I mean, do I really fancy Rodrigo, though? Crystal Palace next. I don't really fancy him in that game. Then who do Leeds play? Arsenal after that, right? Yeah. Do I fancy him? Not really against Arsenal. Leicester, I do. So game week 12, he could be okay. Game week 13, I like him, yeah. Game 14, possibly. So, yeah, I mean, as long as it's a slow burn, I don't expect too much too early from Rodrigo, then, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I get it. Should we have a look at some predicted points for forwards whilst we're on the topic? Predicted points according to the artificial intelligence that I always rave about. The next 4 game weeks, the highest predicted points forwards are Kane, Haaland, Wilson, Solanke, Watkins, Aubameyang, Mitrovic, who is injured, Maupay, Tony, Vardy. Interesting. Well, there's your highest predicted points by the algorithm. I don't know if it's got it 100% right, if I'm honest. I'm doubting that one a little bit. I don't think it's taken into consideration Watkins' forms, but I mean, maybe the fixtures are good enough that it accounts for the poor form. I don't know. All right. Apparently, Mitrovic hasn't travelled. Oh, okay, right. I mean, the game is tomorrow. Would they have travelled already? Where is the game? It's at West Ham. No, there's no way they'd be travelling today. I imagine what you've seen is some kind of troll tweet. Because Mitrovic wouldn't have travelled today anyway, I don't think. It's only to the other side of London. So I wouldn't worry about that. I mean, I still don't think he's going to start tomorrow, but I think he is going to travel. Yeah, not having that one. When Wilson isn't injured, surely he's a no-brainer. I kind of feel like I agree, would be Chris. I kind of feel like I agree. I really like him. Really like Wilson. One of my favourite picks at the moment. Daka, Martial, Skamaka. God, just pick someone normal, Oscar. Skamaka. I like Skamaka the most out of those 3. Are people really going for Daka? Really trying to play the Leicester forward rotation? I don't see why anyone would try and play the Leicester forward rotation game. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Nikhail, hello mate. Hello there. So far to Castagna done. Is it good? I mean, it's not a transfer move I would have made, no. If you were going to go for a Leicester defender, last game week was the time to do it. I know that sounds great with hindsight, but it just was. No, yeah. It could work out this game week. I mean, it's a good fixture at least. I don't know. I wouldn't have done it personally, but hey, you never know. Could work out. Bit of a differential there. Holding on to Mitro, agree. Will Rodrigo score? I'm going to say no. Which goalkeeper to play, Guaita or Ward? So many decisions for me. I wouldn't definitely not double up on the Leicester defence. That seems like asking for trouble. So yeah, go Guaita in goal if you're going to play Castagna. That's what I would probably say. Best Isaac replacement on screen right now, my friend. Martinez in goal or Ward? I'll definitely. If you have Martinez, I'd definitely play him this game week. Over Ward, anyway. Ward or Pope? Pope. I am. Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna get any Ward propaganda from me. You'll get a Ward agenda, but you won't get Ward propaganda. Luke Smith says, "Hi man, would you go Saka to Bowen or Saka to Zaha?" No, I don't think I'd do either of those. Or would I? Oh, Luke, you're killing me. If I had 2 transfers, yes, I would. If I had 1 transfer, then I feel like maybe I would just keep Saka. Like, Liverpool are conceding a lot of goals. Leeds are also a good fixture after that for Saka. Can the likes of Maddison and Zaha, Bowen and Zaha outscore those guys? Yeah, possibly. Bowen and Zaha could outscore Saka. But how convinced am I that that's going to happen? I'm not 100%. I'm not even 90%. Which is probably going to happen. If I had to choose between Bowen and Zaha right now, though, I feel like I would lean towards Zaha. I think. So, let's say that. Saka to Zaha. Let's go, baby. So far to Anderson or Gahey. Anderson will probably score more points. But he's slightly more expensive. I'm going to say Anderson. Salah says, boring stream. Salah, I welcome your feedback. What would you like me to do? How can we get things more entertaining? Shall we stand up and do a dance? Should I dance for my views? Is that what is requested of me? I can do it. I mean, what kind of dance do you like? Should we hit a gritty? Should we hit a gritty on the boys? I don't know. Should we do some more voices? Is that what we want? Can we keep things fresh and light and entertaining? Or it's 12:30. That means if I'm starting an hour before deadline, I think we need to confuse some people who are just joining. All right. Start to soon. I'm gonna play the intro music. Hello and welcome to FPL Mate, your best mate for Fantasy Premier League content for the 2022-23 season. It is 1 hour before deadline. Sorry guys, I'm a few minutes late today, but today we are going to talk all about the build-up to Game Week 10. What are we going to do? Let's see. We've got to talk about Mitrovic. Is he going to be available? Who knows? I don't know. Do you guys know? Who knows? Probably not. Who are we buying? Are we going to go into those Crystal Palace defenders? Oh, who knows? Who knows? Salah says, mate, I was kidding. Well, I mean, look, I'll try and keep the streams as light as possible. I mean, how am I gonna? FPL Late's in the chat. How on earth am I gonna separate myself from the crowd here? There's so many good FPL YouTubers now. At least. We need at least one crazy guy, right? We need one crazy guy, right? Stop FPL lating me. If anything, I was FPL 1 hour early, guys. So I got up. Actually, I didn't get up early at all. That's a complete lie. The deadline's just later. I started 1 hour before you would usually start to give you guys the content you need. So how dare you call me FPL late? Absolutely disgusting. Disgusting behaviour. Anyway, back on topic, guys, maybe? Before the FPL purists start leaving in their droves. Oh, dear. So, right, let's I think we haven't looked at the bench list for a little while. Let's go back to that. Has anyone got any suggestions on what kind of players we can put on the bench list that are not there already? We'll try and add some more players there. Open packs whilst answering questions. You'll probably get more views. Oh, I am going to be streaming on Twitch in a bit later. Whilst we're waiting for some more players to put on the bench list. Go and check out my Twitch. So let's get a link and throw it in the chat as well. Go check out the Twitch. So yeah, I'm going to be, whilst the 3 p.m. kickoffs are going on, I'm going to be streaming over on there, and we're going to be opening some packs and stuff as well. So hopefully that should be pretty good. I open some packs, give a live reaction to all the 3 p.m. games, and yeah, it'll be a bit of fun. So yeah, hopefully see a few of you guys there. The link is in the chat, and the link is somewhere buried in the description as well. But yeah, about 2:30 I'll start on there. We'll leave this, and then we'll about 2:30 we'll head over there. Anyway, bench list. So there's some like weird players. Chilwell, Trossard. I feel like these kind of players, you like Chilwell, Trossard, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Skamaka, these players are not going on the bench list, unfortunately, because you should just play them. You should just know. Let's put some goalkeepers on. Shall we make a separate goalkeeper list? I'm just going to put the goalkeepers right at the bottom. I know people are going to say, why are the goalkeepers so low? You would really play Emerson Palmieri ahead of Nick Pope. Well, I mean, he's not really a one-for-one choice, is it? But yeah, let's throw the goalkeepers on there. I would play both Pope and Guaita ahead of Ward. So hopefully that answers that one. Anthony Gordon, not totally convinced. In fact, I prefer some of these defenders to Gordon, if I'm honest. Probably as far as there. Kukurea, you just play. Wilson just play. Oh, I've missed a super chat. I've missed 2 super chats, actually. Let's catch up on those. I do apologise. Scythe. Oh, you're sending 2 super chats. Oh, my God. I'm so sorry, Scythe, to make you do that. Hopefully, I can give you a really good answer to make up for my my misbehaviour. But anyway, bench Mitrovic or start him or transfer out and get Wilson instead. Have 2 transfers. Okay. I would keep Mitrovic. I think he's only going to be out for 1 game week. And then he's going to come back next game week. For the Bournemouth game, which I think is amazing. I think you want to try and keep Mitrovic. As long as you have a decent-ish player on your bench, right? To replace, to cover him, I guess. You know, even if that's Nico Williams, I think that's fine to cover him with. I would bench Mitrovic because I think that he is going to get some minutes. I think if Fulham find themselves a goal or 2 down, I think Mitrovic will be thrown on late on in the game. And I think by that point, West Ham would have shut up shop. And I don't think there's much opportunity for some points there. So I think Mitrovic is a bench, probably. The only way I would start Mitrovic is if I really did not have many good players on my bench at all. Like Andreas, I'd probably rather play Mitrovic. De Silva, I'd probably rather play Mitrovic. That's kind of the only exception. But yeah, I would definitely keep him, and I would probably bench him, assuming you have some of those kind of okay bench players that can cover him with, right? Very sorry, Scythe, for not seeing that. Also, Clark, you've given a £2 super chat. It doesn't say anything. Did you retract it or something? Otto, let me know if you did try and say something. I'll keep an eye out for you in the chat, man. We've got another super chat from Salem. What should I do with my 2 free transfers? Pope, Cancelo, James, Trippier, Mings, Martinelli, Foden, Zaha, Madison. Your team looks good. Your team genuinely looks good. I don't really think you need to do anything. Like, you could just do nothing. Genuinely. I guess, if anything, remove Pope for Guaita or Trippier for Anderson or Gahey. I'm not going to suggest the Anderson. I'm not going to suggest selling Trippier as an actual bit of advice because it's a bit too wacky. But Pope to Guaita, I think, looks kind of good. You free up a bit of cash. You make sure you don't waste your transfer, and you can go forward in the future with cash in the bank, 2 transfers, and that'll be really useful for you down the line. And you'll probably find yourself pretty happy. You'll find yourself pretty happy. Those of you asking if Anderson is fit, he's fit. Oh, he's fit. Oh, he's a fit boy, I'll tell you that. He's a right old strapping lad. So, yeah, basically with Anderson, I think he's a great pick because we like I'm sure we all are very much enjoying really, really massive guys who are from the Scandinavian regions. They seem to be doing well quite at the moment. I can't think of the player's name, but there's just one big Scandinavian bloke who's doing really well. So I thought, let's try and get some more big Scandinavian blokes in and see what happens. All right, Otto, do I sell Gundogan or Patterson? 0.3 left in the bank. If so, for who? Obviously, Patterson to Gahey. Would you try? I would transfer out Gundogan for Zaha, I think. I think I would do, yeah. Leave Patterson on the bench where he belongs. And Gundogan, he can move to like a Zaha or a Bowen, maybe, if you don't have Bowen. One of Zaha or Bowen. Probably Zaha. Seems a bit more sensible. That's what I would say. That's what I would say there. Oh, you mean Erdegaard? Erdegaard, yeah, I mean, is he a giant Not really. How tall is he? 5'10"? Not tall enough. Not big enough. Not strapping enough. I want a Haaland. I want an Anderson. I want a Ayer. Ayer? Don't actually know how to say his name. I want a Pontus Jansson. I want these guys. These are what I want. That's what I want in my life. Super chat from Bruce Lee. I wonder if it is the real Bruce Lee. If so, come out of hiding, my friend. We miss you. Would you play Ward or Guaita? I would play Guaita. So, yeah, I put Guaita higher on the bench list, kind of for that purpose, I guess. Scythe says, so would you start Anderson? Think he will start? I think he... yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to start. In terms of... would I start him? I guess it depends who else you have, but I feel like I kind of like him. Cormac says, Dan, how much do you believe in zonal weakness when making FPL picks? Do you mean like zonal defending from like set pieces, or is that something else? If you're talking about defending from set pieces, then that's one of the reasons I'm going for Anderson, because I know he's got Leicester next. 6'6", Philip Billing. His name is Philip Billing. I'm sorry. His name is Philip Billing. That is a proper English name. Proper English name. I don't want a proper English lad. I want a Anderson. I want a Janssen. With an E, not an O in the end of in the second to last letter of the name. I want some proper Scandi boys. I want some big old Scandi boys in my team. Big headers in the box. Come on, let's go. Put Bailey on the list. He's such a troll. I'm still going to put him above Gordon though. There you go. Bailey on the bench list. Hello, is Mitrovic starting? No, Nathaniel. No, he is not. Probably not. Almost certainly not. Good to see a few show team gang. Timu Pukki, not big enough. I think he's 5'11". Thoughts on Skamaka, a big strapping Italian lad? Well, if that's your thing, why not? I know Billing is a Dane, but his name doesn't sound very, very Danish. If his name was Philip Billingson, if his name was Philip Billingson, he'd be going straight in my basket, but it's not. Can you do an FPL game? How would one do that? I don't know. Best forwards for Gameweek 10 to 12, except Kane, Haaland, and Mitrovic. Probably Callum Wilson. Tomomomomomomomomo says, Pope to Guaita if 2 free transfers and no other ideas. Yeah, I don't mind it. If it frees up some nice cash for you to use later, then yeah, fine. Britain says Ericsson's 6 foot. I think he's 5'11". Or is he 6 foot? I think he's 5'11". But anyway, 6 foot is a small, tiny man. If you are Danish, if you're Swedish, if you are Norwegian, and you are anything less than 6'3", you are a tiny baby boy. They're children, they're babies. When they're born, they come out 6 foot. And it's up from there. Zuma on the bench list. I don't think we haven't got many spaces left. I'm not sure if he's worthy of a slot. Sam Maximan, I guess, would go. People aren't seriously considering bench. If you have Sam Maximan, you're not going to bench him, are you? I guess since so many people are asking, I guess they are. I mean, back the attacker as always. Let's put him like here. Bring back Schmeichel. I was going to say which one, but they're both gone. One's retired. One's in France. Hopefully he's having a nice time over there. Okay. Mikalenko? Nah. Mikalenko's not. Mikalenko's too differential to make the bench list. Surely. Jesus bench? Are people like, honestly, obviously I understand benching Arsenal defenders, but are people really thinking about benching Arsenal attackers? But considering how many chances Liverpool have conceded and how many goals. God, people really want Zuma. All right. Right, let's put... Where would I put Zuma? A Fulham without Mitrovic. He's a reasonably good fixture. I guess I'd put him in the similar region to these guys. There we go. Martinelli is low. No, Martinelli is high. You're considering bringing Count Sealor. What you're looking for a new defender? It looks like, right? Well, who are you considering? It sounds like you want to go differential as well. Wheelchair Mafia says, hi Dan, thoughts on Luis Diaz to Zaha? Thing is, I would kind of want to have Luis Diaz back in my team in a couple of game weeks' time. So is it worth selling him? Because you are going to want Luis Diaz back. The question is it worth 2 transfers? Not if it's worth 1 transfer. If you think it's worth if you think it's worth 2 transfers, then do it. Do you think Zaha is worth 2 transfers? I mean, yeah, I think Zaha over the next 2 game weeks possibly outscores Luis Diaz. So let's say yes. Let's say yes. Show team gang. What's up? This is Elise. Yes, you said it right. FYI, I am beating FPL Buzz. Well, I'm sorry, Elise, but FPL Buzz came with a 20 Australian dollar super chat. So as far as I'm concerned, FPL Buzz is absolutely goated, and also my sugar daddy. So I'm sorry to say that he's gonna beat you. He or she. I don't know. Is FPL Buzz male or female? I don't know. They are gonna beat you. Help. Mings or Gahey to play Gameweek 10 and 12. 10 and 12. Let's have a look at the fixtures in 10 and 12. So Crystal Palace and Aston Villa sitting right at the top. 10 and 12. It looks to me... I'd say Crystal Palace. I'd say Gahey. There we go. That was easier than I thought it would be. Shall I throw my team on screen just to satisfy the show team gang for a little bit? Keep them quiet. Keep the chat relatively clear of show teams. Do the prank on last minute arrivals? Do you think I should? Are you guys not bored of the show team prank? Is it not got a bit boring by now? I mean, I guess we haven't done one in a couple of weeks. I guess we could. I just don't want to become too predictable, guys, if I'm honest. Choose 2 to start between Trossard, Skamaka and Rashford. Trossard and Skamaka. Probably. Thoughts on Gross and Martinelli? Gross is probably a tentative hold. You could optionally sell him. Martinelli I would keep for a little while, at least. Bench Share or Tony? Back the attacker, play Tony. Owen says, have 3 City and Arsenal. Pull the trigger on Cancelo to James now or too soon? I think you could go for James now instead of Cancelo. That's kind of a toin cost, isn't it? A toin cost? A toin cost. That's kind of a coin toss. Cancelo versus James for this game week. If I had to guess, I'd probably say that James has got the better chance of some points. So maybe go for it now. Matt says cash for Digne and keep Mitro. What do you mean? Sell cash and bring in Digne? I wouldn't bring in Digne right now. If you're going to go for an Aston Villa defender, just go for Mings. Just keep it cheap. Just keep it cheap. I would keep Mitrovic, though. Those of you just joining, Mitrovic is probably almost, no, I'm not going to say almost certainly, he's going to be 19% not playing next game week. Well, I say next week, I mean tomorrow. He's 90% not playing tomorrow, but I think he's going to be back for game week 11, so I think he's worth keeping. Council Lord says, I swear this isn't the first time he's accidentally said coin toss. Maybe it isn't. Coin toss is the new channel meme. Right, I'm going to start saying coin toss on purpose now, and you guys watching right now will know it's a joke, but anyone who's not watching will be like, is this guy saying coin toss? Channel memes. Channel memes are building. Anurag says, sell Sofal or bench him. Replacement, I have 1 million in the bank. I mean, you could sell him for a Mark Gahey, maybe. That seems like a pretty straightforward move. Sell Sofal, bring in Mark Gahey. Paul says, Sofal to Dallo, Mings, Gahey, or Pope to Guaita. I have 2 to 3 transfers. Happy with my team. Don't know what to do. Keep up the great streams. Thank you very much, Paul. I do appreciate that. Yeah, I feel like in your situation, Sofal, I don't know if I'd want to have him just because of the impending Ben Johnson. Game time is risky at the best of times. So Foul seems to be the one to transfer out. The sensible option is to go Gahey. Then you've got that Crystal Palace defensive cover. It covers your option of Guaita as well. So yeah, So Foul to Mark Gahey seems to be the one I would probably go for. Schmidt says, Sergio Gomez, since Walker is injured. Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting one. A few people have mentioned Sergio Gomez as a potential genuine FPL option. My issue with that is that maybe Nathan Ake gets some game time at left back. Maybe John Stones gets some minutes at right back. They've got some... They've got some different options there. And there's always rotation with Man City. That's the one. Toin Koss emoji, yeah, that's not a bad idea actually. If the meme sticks, we'll have a Toin Koss emoji. Start Gahey or Perisic? Probably start Perisic. Back the big boy, right? For when you show team, you should swap captain to something convincing. Well, since I'm not saving this, let's captain. Who would be like the worst player to captain? There we go. Now, the thing is, if I do this, if I throw this on screen and put Zaha captain, James like vice captain, all that's going to happen is a load of people will turn up in chat saying, why are you doing that? And then I have to answer and explain, and I can't be bothered. So let's just leave the sensible captains on at least, and I don't have to answer stupid questions. I say stupid questions. It would be entirely my fault for creating those stupid questions by being stupid. Will Anderson be fit for tomorrow? Yes. Yes, it's looking good. It's looking good. Captain Andreas. Got to start Andreas first. Would you play Murphy or Neck? Who on earth is Neck? Is there a player called Neck in the Premier League? I've never heard of that guy. Or was that someone else? Nick? Knock? Knack? Don't know. I wouldn't play either. If possible, I wouldn't play either, Ben. Ward / Raya. I'll go for Raya, I guess. Let's put him. Just put everyone above Ward. Ryu. No, Raya. There you go. I'll put the bench list on screen just so it's like a bit more visible. We've got a stacked bench list today. There's a lot of players on there. Where did you find out Mitrovic 90% won't play? Press conferences from yesterday. Yeah. Silva's press conference. His name is Necker. Is that actually a player called Necker in the Premier League? Gahey injury. He's not in his training pictures. People keep saying that, but I don't know. There was nothing in the press conference about Gahey. There was nothing in the press conference. So So was he just not pictured? Was he at like a charity event or something? I don't know. How long we got till deadline? Half an hour. All right, I'm going to firm my transfer on my phone. It's going to be a very secret, awesome transfer. I think some of you already know where it is. The show team gang will not know who it is. But the real ones will know where it is. Because I've spoken about doing this so much by this point this week. that it must be pretty obvious at this point. All right, let's do it. It's a spicy one, boys. It's a spicy one. I'm looking forward to it. Let's just make sure I've got this 100% right. Well, the madman's done it. The madman has actually done it. Cool, done. Wicked. Right. Show seam, says Max. Show seam. What seam? Do you want to see the seam on my trousers? I'll show you my seam. Which seam? Do you want to see the back seam, the back seam or the front seam? I've got two seams. There's two seams. There's one that runs on the front, and there's one seam that runs down the back of the trousers. Which one would you prefer? There is actually some seams down the side, actually, so maybe that's a bit more safe for work. There's a nice seam that runs all the way down here. One on actually both sides of this strip, two seams. So there you go. There's some show seam. These are actually tracksuit bottoms, by the way. They're so comfortable, and they look pretty darn stylish, if I do say so myself. Trips out for Anderson? Do you reckon? Oh, when you said neck, you meant Nico. Nico Williams. Stop saying show seam. I've already shown the seam. I am not showing you any more seams. Like, there's a few more seams. There's a few seams on, like, the shirt. There's a seam that runs down here and down here on each sleeve. There's a couple of seams. Seems nice. Things are now what they seem. Things are not often what they seem. You've seen better seams? Really? That's not a bad seam. It's a pretty decent seam, I would say. Right? Oh, I mean, all right. Sorry, if you've got better seams for me, then please enlighten me. I'd love to see the seams. Show Seam Gang, what's up? I expect to see Show Seam Gang in every stream from now on. Fabio Dzeko says, what do you think about Son for this game week? I think he's actually a pretty good option this week. I actually kind of like him. I think that he's going to get some counter-attacking opportunities against a pretty attacking Brighton team. So I actually kind of like it. Yeah, I don't know if I would buy Son necessarily, but if I already had him, I would keep him. Joshua, hello, mate. How you doing? Yeah. Yeah, that's my answer to that one. I like him, but I'm not sure if I'd go as far as to buy him. I mean, possibly. When can I use my first wildcard? If not this week, there's a good opportunity like game week 12 or 13. If I still have my wildcard, what I'd probably do is I would keep all of my... what I would do is I would remove all of my Man City players for game week 12 and then wildcard them back in game week 13, probably. That's what I would probably do. Early team news. I got nothing right now. But, I mean, if anyone in the chat seems any early team news, we'll try and find something. All we can do is tell you that Mitrovic is unlikely to play. You're the only streamer suggesting benching Mitro over a Crystal Palace defender? Really? Fair enough. Fair enough. I just don't think he's going to play. I think Mitrovic is a 1 point away to happen. And I don't want a 1-pointer. Show meme. I don't actually have any memes. What meme? Is there any memes that I can act out? If so, let me know what meme I can act out and then I'll show meme. Scrumps, thank you very much for becoming a member of the channel. Enjoy your green badge, for it will soon become a bronze badge in 1 month's time. Always good to see new members, thank you. Enjoy the emojis as well. Throw in some emojis in the chat, Scrump, so I know you're there. We want more seam. You're not getting more seam. You've had your fix of seam. You can have some other stuff. You can't have a team. You can have a meme. You can have a... I can't really show you a dream. What else can I show you? I don't have any cream. Well, not the kind of cream you want to see. Anyway, do the hype or floss. Does that count as a meme? All right, I'll show meme. I need to move this chair out of the way. Let's show some memes. What should we go for? Do a little bit of floss. Oh God. Oh, I feel like I'm back in 2018. It's 2018. It's 2018, everyone. It's 2018. I can't believe it. What a year. What a year to be alive. I feel like I'm playing Fortnite in its prime. There you go. Show me. People joining at these moments, by the way, must be absolutely confused like hell. Must be so confused. So confused. Would you take a hit to get Zaha in? I don't think so, Matthew. I swear, Dan, you're absolutely killing me today. I'm on it today, you know. I'm on it today. I'm in a good mood. It's because I've had a lay-in. It's because I didn't have to get up at like 9:30 on a Saturday morning. I'm a night owl, by the way, so I know 9 o'clock doesn't sound very early, but it is for me because I stay up till like 3 or 4 every night. Yeah, I'm full of beans. Full of beans. Clip this. I don't think you can clip things on. You know what? To be fair, I upload these streams as videos anyway, so you guys can have a look. Show seam. I've already shown my seam. Paige says you did that too easily. Daily practice. There was daily practice back in the Fortnite days. I can tell you that. I was throwing those shapes in the clubs and the bars, and all the ladies were. I'll tell you what. They were enjoying it. Dan Flossing gonna be on Twitter soon. Nah. If Mitrovic plays 90 minutes, play Mitrovic or Martinelli. Mitrovic doesn't play 90 minutes for me. I really don't think he's going to play 90 minutes. Like, I appreciate you could play some minutes, but not 90 minutes. Steps, good morning, my friend. Or good afternoon for me, but good morning to you. I'm imagining, Steps, over the other... Well, and to be fair, to everyone who's on the other side of the Atlantic, our American, Canadian, and everyone else cousins over there, I imagine you guys have, like, probably enjoyed not having a super early deadline today. Nick Kyle says, show Tim Ream. All right. There we go. Can we get a big picture of Tim Ream on screen? Oh, what happened there? No, I want to open image in new tab. No, actually, you know what? That's good enough. No, actually, it's not. I want to open the image in new tab. Open image in new tab. There we go. Show Ream gang. You sticking with trips for Anderson? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Show Cream. I ain't showing Cream. You ain't seeing Cream. 9 a.m. on a Saturday. I live in New York City. I've not slept till 9. Do you know what? I can't get over the fact that in the US, you have to watch the Premier League really early in the morning. That seems awful. Have you never considered, like, just as a country doing like a global blackout of results, of Premier League results? So you can't, it's not displayed anywhere on the news or anything. And then they just replay the games like, I don't know, like 6 or 7 hours later on in the day as if they were live. So you still get the live experience. Could be interesting. Foot Champs on Twitch today. Mate, I've already finished Champs. I've got 11 wins and 7 losses. I just need to quit my last 2 games and I'll open the packs on Twitch in about an hour's time. I'm going to do it about 2:30 p.m. So in about an hour and a half, going to be opening those packs. Currently 5 past 11 in Sydney. Wow, it's going to be late for you. Yeah, that's just mad. Staying up that late to watch football. I think I prefer that though. Dylan says, you're my favourite FPL streamer, but you're so cringe, Dan. Yeah, I know. I can't help it. It's the way I'm built. I'm just built different, my friend. You look like Fabio Vieira. That's a sign I need to have a shave. How many points have I got? I don't know, like 600 and some... Is it 600 or something, or 500 and something? I don't know. Show team on FIFA? Maybe later. Let's go. What a ream. It is a great ream. Is Anderson fit? Anderson is fit. Yeah. Daka or Solanke? Definitely Solanke. I mean, out of those two, Solanke, right? I don't think I'd want to touch the Leicester attackers. They're just so rotation risk. Triple captain Haaland? Nah, we're still not entertaining the triple captain Haaland. I mean, if you really want to do it, then go for it. But I'm not. Like someone made the argument on Twitter the other day, and let me know what you guys think of this. But someone made the argument on Twitter the other day that triple captaining Haaland is good. You should triple captain Haaland because, you know, everyone in the top 1,000 in FPL right now, or a lot of people in the top 1,000 of FPL right now, are there because they triple captain Haaland. Now, that's great. But when everyone else triple captains Haaland, when he has a double game week and he scores even more points, those people are not going to be in the top 1,000 anymore. Very much not. So, yes, it's kind of survivorship bias in a way. Of course they're up there right now. Of course the top players right now have triple captained Haaland because, you know, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? But the only rank that counts is the one in Game Week 38. And in Game Week 38, those people are not going to be there anymore because everyone is going to overtake them. So if you just want a high rank now and you don't really care what your final rank is, you just want to flex on your mates for a couple of game weeks or whatever, then fair enough, go for the triple captain on Haaland and flex on your mates. But if you actually want to have a decent finish to the season, I would strongly advise saving that triple captain. Triple captain, Vicstar123. Now that one I can get behind. Where's the blackcurrant squash? It's here, my friend. It's here. It's not gone anywhere. It's in a glass that says beer on. I can assure you this is not beer, but blackcurrant squash. FPL is more interesting and fun when you have a chasing mentality. That's for sure. I completely agree. Because I was in the top 1,000 last season from game week 8 all the way to game week 38. I was consistently in the top 1,000 and it was just stressful. It wasn't fun. It really wasn't fun because you've got so much to lose and nothing to gain. You can't even gain really because at that rank, the people you're competing against at top 1,000 in the world are not just the best FPL managers in the world, but they're also the luckiest FPL managers in the world. So not only do you need to continue to be an insane FPL manager, but you also need to continue to be insanely lucky. It was just stressful. It really was. And if I'm honest, which season am I enjoying more? Last season, where I was kind of, at this point, I was, 800th in the world probably? Or, you know, this season where I'm chasing. I'm on, you know, something like 3 huge green arrows in a row. I can tell you what, the pressure from an FPL point of view is not on right now. I can just enjoy myself, have fun, pick some differentials and play the FPL game that I want to play. Last season I couldn't. For the sake of the YouTube channel, obviously it isn't good because, you know, there is a lot of people, I would say most people equate, well, not most people necessarily, but a lot of people will equate a FPL YouTuber's value entirely on not their final rank, but their current rank. So if an FPL YouTuber is 6 millionth in the world right now, no one's going to watch them. If they are 100th in the world right now, everyone's going to gravitate towards them because I think, wow, this guy is absolutely insane. This guy's got everything. He is the number one. He is the best. And that's kind of regardless of what the finish says. You know, in FPL YouTube, if I'm at first place for the first 10 game weeks and then finish 8 millionth in the world, I will have so many viewers and subscribers and people will be like, oh my God, this guy's absolutely amazing. If I started off the season in, I don't know, 1 millionth for the first few game weeks and then finish first in the world by the end of the season, people don't care. It's the beginning of the season that matters so much. In terms of FPL, in terms of FPL YouTube, which is kind of disappointing because I was like, You know, I feel like I could have had a better start to this season. If I did have a better start to the season, maybe I could have gained more followers. But whatever, I'm enjoying it, so that's what matters to me. Hey man, would you ever consider OnlyFans? No. Thomas says, God, I can't listen to you waffle on. I'm on over to the other guy. I'm sick of it. Tell me if I should captain Salah or not, or shut up. Dance for me, FPL puppets. I'm bored. See ya. Scythe says, start Anderson over Trippier. That's a close one. I think I prefer Anderson. I think Anderson has a slightly better goal threat. And a slightly better chance for clean sheet as well, to be honest. So I would. I'll go for Anderson. Show Seam of your India top. All right. Show Seam gang. You get one more treat. The India top has an interesting seam. Is this where we're at right now? No wonder that guy just disappeared off to another stream. We're talking about seams. This seam runs all the way up here and round here. So really actually quite an interesting seam, because a lot of seams on the football shirts, they come down here, but this one goes round. And there's another, there's kind of slightly smaller seam here as well. So there's actually a couple of interesting seams on the front of it. We do have the seams coming down here, but on the back, lovely arched seam. So a little treat for the Show Seam gang there. A little treat for you. Nicola, what's up, man? Hi, Dan. Happy to see you. Watkins and Zaha. Zaha and Gehi, or Gehi and Watkins. I'm going to sell Diaz, Estepinian, and Tony for each position. Help me, please. I would probably go for Zaha and Gehi. I don't trust Watkins, really. That's pretty much my answer. I don't trust Watkins. So, yeah, if you're going to go for two, Zaha and Gehi look pretty good. Now, but all jokes aside, you actually have personality as an FPL YouTuber. We love you, man. Thank you, R66. I really do appreciate that. I've made an effort to not make this channel just information and just a bit of fun, because at the end of the day, we're playing FPL because it's fun, right? It doesn't always have to be so serious all the time, I don't think. Anyway, someone said we need to show the seams of Tim Ream. All right, you've piqued my interest. So what we're going to do is I'm going to display where the seams on the Ream. So we can see one seam here. There's a seam that runs here. There is a seam that runs here. I can also, there's obviously a seam on the collar as well. So that runs around there. We can actually see, I think it looks like there's a seam there. It looks like there's a seam there. And I wonder, the black strips down the side, I wonder if there is actually a seam here as well. I think there could be. Oh, what am I doing? I think there is a seam down this side as well. There'll obviously be a seam around the edge of the... Actually, no, the badge seam doesn't count. That doesn't count as a seam. And there's probably seams on each of the lines for the Adidas stripes as well. So a couple of seams there. So that's a lot of seams on the Reams. A lot of seams on the Reams. Lots. Do you have good football IQ? Does having good football IQ translate to being good at FPL? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I don't think so. I think people who are good at, well, know a lot about football but don't know a lot about FPL get more frustrated with FPL and lose patience with it more quickly, because things don't always happen the way they expect it to. It's difficult. I think you do need to have a look at the statistics and stuff, and I think you do need to look at the underlying stats. I think you need to watch a lot of games, all kinds of games, not just your team. It's difficult, man. This seam Ream meme stream is the best. Brandon, fair play. Cormac says, other FPL YouTubers talking about FPL, meanwhile Dan is talking about Ream seams. That's what we do. That's what we do. For some reason, that's what we do here. Right. I'm gonna... let's put the bench list on screen, because at least that's useful for some people. Oh, show team gang has arrived. Oh, actually, no, is this the... It feels like they're coming. Yeah, they're coming. Yeah, they're here. They're here. The show team gang are here. 15 minutes to go. Guys, we'll get there. We'll get there. I don't want to peak too early. I don't want to peak too early on this one. If I show my team now, you're going to disappear. I want to keep you enticed, interested. You're going to enjoy it. What's the highest you can finish by having a template team? I don't know, like 40k, 30k. Some people are happy with that though, and so you should be. It's a good finish. If you go really template, you will have a very good finish, but you won't get those mega finishes, right? Would you take so far out for Anderson? I think I would. Oh, the show team here. Show team gang. Count C-Law, man, you need to choose your transfer. Choose your defender. Just go for Joachim Anderson. Come on. Come join me. Go for Joachim Anderson. It's going to be good. Ethan says your personality is top. Love the banter during videos and streams. Cheers for entertaining us, Stan. No problem, Ethan. And Ethan, by the way, thank you for sticking with me for so long, because you've been around for time, Ethan. I feel like you've been like watching these videos for like 2 years. Crazy. Show team emojis coming in. Let's go. Jose says, sorry, I just got here. Do we know if Mitrovic is starting? Yeah, no problem. Thank you for joining at any time, really, Jose. Mitrovic doesn't look like he's going to start. It's looking bad. He's probably going to be out for this game week. Maybe on the bench. Maybe get some minutes at the end of the game. But I think he's at least looking good for next game week. I think he could play next game week. In fact, I'd say it's pretty likely that he plays next game week. But not this one. If anything, you know, bench points, that's it. Council, you already have Gay here. Who else could you go for? Tyrone Mings? At least he's cheap. Maybe? I don't know, man. I don't know. Add Luis Diaz? Nah, if you have Luis Diaz, you play him. Bowen or Zaha? I think Zaha is probably the template move. I do really like Bowen as a pick, though. I really do like Bowen as a pick a lot. Why is Ward not play? Because Pope, Guaita, and Raya are all players I think you should play ahead of him, basically. You're following me since 2020? Nice one. What's Gabriel's name? Is that not how you spell his surname? Gabriel... Show David Seaman. No, that's a reach. That's a reach. Who would you replace Pope with? If I had to replace Pope, I'd replace him with Guaita. I don't mind that. Move at all. Dan, do you have a red membership for Arsenal? I don't have any membership for Arsenal. I just go when someone offers me tickets, basically. If like, a sponsor says, oh, we have some free tickets, or if a friend says, oh, I have some free tickets, then I'll go. And that's to pretty much any game as well, not just Arsenal. Or, I go to some local games as well around the area, if I can. I was meant to be going to Stevenage the other week, but that didn't happen. Because of the cancellations. Pope or Guaita? I mean, whichever works. I'm scared I'm going to sub Ward on 1 minute before the deadline. Stay strong, Cormac. Show Raheem the Dream? You want me to show Raheem the Dream on stream instead of my team? Or the seam? Maybe Tim Breen will have something to say about that. Jesus to Orba, then Gordon to Rashford. No, I would keep Jesus for the Liverpool game and the Leeds game, to be fair. Show Mrs. FPL Mate's team. She did make her transfer this morning, actually. She's been very good. She's sticking with it. Got an Arsenal versus Liverpool score prediction. I actually think that Arsenal are going to win. I think Arsenal are going to win. I've said it. There we go. Maybe 2-1 Arsenal. You know what? I think we could win 3-1. I was going to say 3-1 to Arsenal. That's brave. No, all right. 3-2. 3-2 to Arsenal. I think there could be some goals in that one. Ethan says, I started watching your channel when I was 16 and I'm now 18. Wow. That's mad. Ethan, we've watched you grow up and you've watched me grow up. We've grown up together, my friend. Show team gang are coming in clutch right now. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. Captain Foden for a risk? Nah. All right, let's do a quick captain poll. I'm only going to leave this poll up for like 2 seconds. I say it'll be more than that. And I'm just going to put 2 options in there: Haaland or anyone else. So yeah, get your answers in the poll, guys. Eight minutes left. I know. Well, we're getting there. We've got plenty of time. Can I have a toast for the blackcurrant squash? Zachariah, of course, you can. Cheers, Zachariah, to the blackcurrant squash gang. Of course, I don't think we've watched you grow up. Yes, you have. I'm a far more mature man than I was 2 years ago. Arguably, I've grown down. Anyone who's answering literally any other player is obviously memeing, by the way, and I don't believe you. You're liars. You're frauds. You're all on fraud watch. You'd be on fraud watch if you were telling the truth as well. You're on fraud watch if you're lying about who you're captaining, and you're on fraud watch if you're captaining anyone other than Haaland. I'm not saying you're a fraud. I'm saying you're on fraud watch. We're watching you, frauds. Will Anderson play? Yes. Biggest bench list ever? I don't think it's the biggest, because once I made like the text really, really small and we could put loads of players on there. Martinelli or Rashford? Don't transfer in either. But if you already have Martinelli, then keep him. If you already have Rashford, then keep him. That's probably what I would say there. I wouldn't transfer in either of those guys. That's what I'd say. Rashford or Trossard? I think Trossard. Jonathan Carter-Hurst. I see your comment. I'm not reading it, but I appreciate it. Chelsea versus Wolves score prediction. 2-0? 2-0, Chelsea. Matty Cash on the bench list? Nah. How much is Matty Cash now? He must be a little bit cheaper than he once was. Where are you? 4.6 now. He's getting cheap. He's available now. Some decent fixtures. I don't mind that, you know. I don't mind Matty Cash as a shout. I hadn't actually considered him until literally just now. But I hadn't really considered that his price would have dropped quite so significantly, because he started at 5 million, didn't he? Which is a little bit too much. But 4.6, that's kind of a little bit more reasonable. I think I would still prefer to go for Mings. But I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. I kind of like it, actually, low-key. Dan, would you play Rodrigo over Wilson? I don't think so, no. I think I'll back Wilson. Triple Captain Haaland? No. Start Pope or Wood? Start Pope. Early team news? We got none. We got none. Actually, let's just double check to see if we have got any on Twitter. But I'm not seeing anything. It doesn't look like it. Oh, wait, here we go. Alright. The only early team news, by the looks of things, are that Vardy does not start. So, I don't know if that helps many people, if I'm honest. It's not looking good. For team news, for early team news anyway. Yep, don't think we got anything, guys. I'm sorry. I wish I did. Is Tyrick Mitchell a good option? I would just go for Anderson, if I'm honest. If you're going to spend 4.5. Oh, wait. How much is Mitchell? Is he down to 4.4? If he's like 4.3 or 4.4, then maybe you can consider Tyrick Mitchell. But I still think Anderson is the best. I missed a super chat, apparently. Oh, my apologies. Oh, yes, Ben Wilkinson. Is Son worth a punt over KDB on a wild card? Yeah, I think so. And it saves you making that transfer later as well, Ben. Or in like game week 12. Because you're already going to have Haaland. Are you really going to want to bench both Haaland and KDB in game week 12? It's a lot of money to bench. So yeah, Son, I kind of like it. If you're on a wild card anyway. For sure. Move with Mike says, Trossard in for Martinelli or wait till game week 12? I would wait, my friend. I would wait. I think you can afford to wait. If Vardy does not start, then Daka is a very good option. For one game week only, though. For one game week only. Remember, FPL was not played in 1 week. I don't think that would be enough to make me just buy Daka. What about Iheanacho as well? Dan Salah to Bowen. Oh, I mean, you genuinely could do. I actually don't hate that move. It seems so wrong to sell Salah for Bowen, but I actually kind of like it. Cancelo, you gone for Dallo in the end. Nice. Interesting choice. Aubameyang, good choice. I think Aubameyang's a reasonably good choice. Pickford or Guaita. I would still go for Guaita. FPL Rap said Ward over Pope if you own Trippier. I kind of agree with that in a way. I've kind of been saying this week that I don't really like the Newcastle double up anymore, but I don't really know if that should factor in necessarily. I think at the end of the day, you have to look at them individually. Who do you think is going to score more points? And I still do think Pope is going to score more points than Ward, and therefore I would play Ward. So yeah, it's difficult. Oh crap, we're nearly at the deadline. Yeah, I need to show my team. Right, sorry guys. Oh crap. Yeah, we've got 2 minutes. Right, we're fine. Right, so luckily I prepared a separate page earlier for my team. There we go. Right, there you go. So hopefully now, guys, you should be able to see my team. Obviously, yeah. I mean, there was no surprise I captained him. That was always going to happen. I ended up making this transfer, which I know a few of you would not expect, but I feel like, you know, he wasn't going to get many points, so I thought, let's transfer him out and bring him in. I just thought that would probably kind of work. Because I feel like the potential for points, particularly in this fixture and this fixture, there's just a very good chance of him like getting a decent haul in this fixture and this fixture. I don't know if, to be fair, I don't know if we'll get but I could bench it for this game, so it doesn't really matter too much. So I reckon we can do this. But yeah, I thought, you know, it's a risky move. But I wasn't entirely sure about it. So I don't necessarily implore you guys to do it, but there is that option for you guys to go for. Oh, quick super chat from Poppy Yorkshire Gamer. Order on the bench, Luma, Andreas Williams. I put Williams ahead of Andreas, but I think we're going to be a little bit late. So yeah, so basically that's what I've gone for my team. I reckon that's going to be good. I think he's going to be fit for this game week, so that should be pretty good as well. And that should be. Oh crap! Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't reading the. He's done it again! FPL Mate has done it again! The troll! He's won another Oscar! He's won another Oscar for his fabulous performance. I'm actually dying, man. That's my best one yet. That's my best one yet. Oh dear. The show team gang have been trolled once again. Again. The show team gang, you will never win. You will never win. You will never beat me. But like I've said all stream, I've already told you what my moves were. The only people who wouldn't know what I was going to do with my team are the people who don't actually watch any of the videos, don't tune into the streams. The people who just tune in to the final 5 minutes of the stream and spam show team. They're not proper viewers. They don't give me anything or deserve anything, really. Lazy, really, it is. If you're going to copy a team, at least go to the effort of watching videos and watching streams in full. You turn up to the end of the stream and spam show team, you ain't getting it. But if you watch anything else, like I've been saying all week, that I've been saying in this stream, I've said over and over again what move I'm going to make, and I did it. If you watch any other videos, you would know. And we've got people so salty in the chat. I'm unsubscribing to you. Hashtag disappointed. Even thrown in the hashtag there as if that's meant to really stick the knife in. See ya. Yusuf says cringe. What's cringe, mate? Is spamming show team in the chat. Tuning into a deadline stream 5 minutes before and spamming show team in the chat so you could copy a team and win money in mini leagues through someone else's effort. That's cringe. So there we go. Continue to be salty. I enjoy it. I mean, I've got a lovely McDonald's chips in front of me, but they're unsalted. So I need those salty tears. How do they fall for every? I don't know how they fall for every week. This is the thing, though, isn't it? This is the thing. Like, they fall for every week because people who, like, genuinely only tune into streams for, like, the last 2 minutes so they can just carbon copy someone else's team. These people, like, I mean, they're easy to, let's just say they're easy to trick. You know, that's kind of where you're at in terms of your way of playing FPL. You're probably quite easy to trick. So it works every time. Arvind says, I sometimes switch off the video and log back in just 2 minutes before deadline just to see what new tricks Dan's got up his sleeves. That was a good one. Cameron says, some of them genuinely thought you accidentally put up the intro. I know. People are like... Dan, you've got the wrong screen. It's the intro screen. Wrong screen. Like, it was so bait. I was like purposely not saying the names of any of the players. I thought it was pretty bait. But apparently some still like I know a lot of you guys knew though. A lot of you guys knew what I was doing. Ken says you've raised the bar. We expect this level of performance every week. Oh, God, I don't know where I go from here. I don't know where I go from here, honestly. Oh dear. Yeah, mad. Shithousery award winner. Yeah, maybe. I think that's the. You just swore on stream. I think that's only the second time I've ever said a swear word on this YouTube channel. You should tune into the Twitch channel. I swear all the time there. Helicopter story. Right, I'm saving the helicopter story for next. No, I'm saving the helicopter because I've told the helicopter story fairly recently. I'm gonna save it for a charity stream that I'm gonna do on my birthday in a couple of months' time. So, yeah. Anyway, it's now the time where we beat it to the stream. If you want to. What's your FIFA team? It's looking pretty good, you know. I'll do that all on. I'll do the FIFA stuff on Twitch. Another quick shout out. To the Twitch channel. If you guys want to, in about an hour's time, we're gonna go over there and we're gonna stream some pack openings. I've got so many packs to open, by the way, guys. I've saved so many packs, and I've got weekend league rewards as well to open. We're gonna open them. We're gonna react to the games. We're gonna have some fun. So do go check that out. It's twitch.tv/FPL_mate. I don't know if anyone's got the link that they want to put in the. Has a mod got the link? If you want to put it in the chat, feel free, or don't. But the link is also in the video description. So yeah, we're going to do a watch along and open some FIFA packs over on Twitch in about an hour. But for now, For now, I don't think I'm going to stick around for too long because obviously I'm going to be I've streamed for 2 hours now. I'm probably going to stream for another couple of hours later as well. It's going to be a lot of streaming in one day. So I might actually take a break, go get some lunch, refill the blackcurrant squash. And see if we can get ourselves ready for the next stream. What are your transfers? Oh yeah, I probably should explain that. So, my transfer was exactly what I said I was going to do in my team selection video from Thursday. I transferred out Trippier and I replaced him with Joachim Andersen, which I kind of like. It's really, really risky, but that's the way I like it. I don't want to double up on the Newcastle defense anymore. I want to free up a bit of money. I think Pope is going to outscore Trippier over the next 4, so I don't really want to remove Pope for Guaita. I don't think Guaita will get as many saves, really. And I think Joachim Andersen does really well for bonus points when he plays. And I do think he has got that aerial threat as well. So overall, I think if Crystal Palace keep a few clean sheets, and we're expecting them to keep a few clean sheets over this period of time, right? Leeds, Wolves, Everton, Southampton, West Ham, Nottingham Forest. These games, we're expecting a decent amount of clean sheets from Palace. And when Palace keep those clean sheets, Andersen is probably going to be the man with the bonus points, even before he, potentially gets some attacking returns. So it's risky, but I like it. This is kind of right up my street. It's a proper, it feels like a proper FPL Mate kind of move to chase that differential, who, get him ahead of everyone else kind of thing. I think it could be kind of interesting. Why would you be a content creator and joke around when there's people who spent money and follow? Oh, right. I understand show team gang. You can do that after the deadline. Well, I mean, the only thing I joke around is the show team gang thing. Whenever people ask me and do the super chats and stuff, I always give my honest opinion and the best answer I possibly can do. So obviously I feel like it's still okay to have a bit of a joke around, as long as I'm not trying to I'm not trying to lead people astray or tell people the wrong players. So I don't know. Chandra, I know you're probably saying that with good intentions, but I feel like I'm not been too bad, really. And also, all of my FPL content is completely free, and I've made a conscious effort to make sure everything is free. There's nothing behind a paywall. I know a lot of, if not all of the other FPL content creators have, exclusive Patreon content, exclusive, members only content. We have to pay money. You actually physically have to pay money to access the content, which is not something I've ever done. Well, I say I've never done it. I had a Patreon for a month when I first started my YouTube channel, but then I removed it. But yeah, since then, the last couple of years, there's been no paywalled content at all. And I've always tried to keep it that way because, look, I understand that I'm not the biggest, bestest FPL expert with all of the, I don't have years and years and years and years. I don't have a decade of experience behind me. I don't think my advice or opinions are particularly more valuable than, some other people. We're just here to have fun and have some conversations and enjoy it. So that should all be free. And particularly as I know for a fact that, there are people watching this stuff from all around the world with all kinds of different financial situations. Patreon and members content isn't even available in some countries. So it wouldn't just be taking it away from people who can't pay, but it's also taking content away from people who physically can't access the content because their countries don't have access to these platforms that are paywalling content. So it's not for me. It's not for me. FPL Mate, I hope, will always be free. And I've had some big offers as well to paywall content from companies that say, oh yeah, we can put your content on, do some exclusive content on here, we'll pay you blah 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 blah. And I was just like, yeah, obviously the money would be nice, but you know, it goes against the whole spirit of the channel. It really does. It goes against the whole spirit of the channel where we're casual, we're laid back, we have some fun, we chat, and that should be available to everyone. Anyway, I probably ranted on of something that's completely irrelevant, but there we go. I just wanted to get off my chest, I guess. Right, I'm going to go and get some food, and then I'm going to be back in about 45 minutes time, I reckon. And we're gonna watch the football, and we're gonna play some FIFA, and hopefully a few of you guys will be there. So yeah. Yeah, make sure you go check out the Twitch link. We'll be going over there in a little bit. A few messages here. Salah, a good choice for this game week. Yeah, let's see how he does it. Cameron says, people are salty, Dan. You give people your thoughts. They don't have to follow. Quick question. Is there something bigger than the Oscar? You're a level above Brad Pitt. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, Cameron. Pogga says, I would like to see exclusive content. Wait, we still talking about FPL? No, good on you. Cheers. Dan was always wacky, even in FPL decision making. That's the spirit of the game, to be fair. I agree. A good insight, Dan. Nice to hear. And that's why FPL Mate is the go-to content. Thank you, man. No, I appreciate you guys. And thank you for the super chats as well. Shrode says, if Haaland gets a hat-trick, I'll captain in game week 12. I mean, Shrode, I don't blame you, my friend. I don't blame you, my friend. Jandro says, I'm just being sour as I needed your opinion on something. Sorry, Jandro. I must have missed your chats, to be fair, mate. I'll try and keep an eye out better. Because I was messing around a little bit. But it was like 1 minute till deadline. Like, decisions should have been made. That's kind of why I thought, it's okay to mess around a little bit. 1 minute to deadline. Because at that point, decisions hopefully are made by them, right? So you may as well have a bit of fun, right? But cheers, Jandre. Love you too, bro. Love you too. Yeah. See you on Twitch. Hopefully see a few of you guys on Twitch. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a really fun stream today. I've really enjoyed myself. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it too. Yeah, I guess I will see you later, mates. If I don't see you over on Twitch, good luck, have fun, enjoy, leave a like before you disappear, and yeah, that's it. See you later, mates. Bye-bye.